Today, I will explain you about the SHARP technique of abdominoplasty. A lot of patients, even plastic surgeons, doctors message us that Dr. Rajat Gupta, how your abdominoplasty results are different. So today, I will break down the surgical technique for you to tell you what are the specific tenets for our surgery which makes our surgery and the results stand out. This is SHARP Abdominoplasty for you. So first thing first, we always ensure that the scar is kept very low. Okay? This ensures that your scar is just around the pubic hair. Which means even if someone wears a bikini, low waist denim, saris, lehengas, they cannot see the scar. It's that low. In fact, I also do one more aspect in SHARP abdominoplasty, that is lifting up your Mons. Now, along with the abdomen, the Mons area or the pubic area also sags. So we also lift it up for our patients. So this is called as Mons lift. This is combined procedure which we do in almost every abdominoplasty that we do because patients need it. Now, understand that body is made of skin, fat, which we take out in liposuction in the surgery, and then fascia, and which is covering the muscles. In every female, when they expand, their fascia also expands. This is called as rectus fascia. Traditionally, the rectus fascia was tightened by a technique called as vertical plication only. Okay, so what is that? Central abdominal muscles would go apart. But vertical plication will tighten these muscles in midline. What we described in SHARP abdominoplasty technique is also two more vectors, that is horizontal and oblique tightening. Now, what is this? Why is this important? Understand, when something expands, the rectus fascia expanded, it expanded in all dimensions. If you have to tighten it, you have to tighten it in all dimensions to restore the youth of the fascia. Hence, we also tighten the fascia in oblique manner and horizontal manner like this. What this does is, it also brings the waist in. So the patient will have a narrower waist, which is restoring their youthful waist. So we tighten the fascia both in horizontal, vertical, horizontal and oblique. Three vectors, making sure that you get a desired youthful restoration, physiological restoration of rectus fascia. This is one of the most important steps of SHARP abdominoplasty technique, which we described. Then we now talk about the shape and position of umbilicus. Now, our belly button position is very important. It should not be very low, it should not be very high. We ensure that your belly button is at the midpoint between this bone called as xiphisternum and this bone called as pubic symphysis. Midpoint is where your belly button should be. And we ensure that your belly button is according to your youthful belly button. If someone had a rounder belly button, we would ensure that they get that. If they have a vertical youthful belly button, we will ensure that we give them that. This is something which is very important. If you see a result, the scars of belly button are not seen. They are made inside in such a manner that it gives a very natural result. Third thing, we also ensure that we do something called as high definition, that is contouring of abs. Now, if someone wants a very high definition abs, we can also do that. However, in other patients also, we give them subtle definition of abs. This is very important to look at natural. Understand, if you just cut and suture, that's not surgery. That's not restoring your natural contours. The natural contours will be, if you are thin, you should have these shaping. And this is what is high definition, or sometimes we do a medium definition contouring. And this is what the SHARP abdominoplasty achieves. Along with that, we also give some painkiller injections. So understand here, there are muscle and sheath. We discussed that. There are also nerves here. So we give injection points and specific different points, making sure that our patients do not have pain in post-operative period. Our patients are comfortable. So you don't only get a great result, you ensure that your scar is kept very low. Your Mons also get a lift. You get a high definition result, a natural looking belly button without any pain. And that's what sharp abdominoplasty for you. And that's what is the technique which we described. If you have any more questions about this technique, please connect with us. Me and my team are always there to guide you honestly and scientifically.